Welcome to an Alternate Hue. I'm Hugh Anderson, and this is some of what caught my attention recently. Now, in my last video, I promised to bring some feel-good observations this time around instead of the doom and gloom I'm always willing to share. It wasn't hard to find good news all over the place, but I know it's tough to reconcile with the daily news flow we all consume. So let's dive in. The Ocean Cleanup Project has already reduced ocean plastic pollution in the Great Pacific Garbage Patch by over 16.4 million pounds, or 8,200 tons, and is still in its testing phase with technology improvements coming fast and furiously. Earlier this month, UK regulators approved a new therapy that uses CRISPR, a gene editing technology that allows scientists to make cuts to DNA to treat people with sickle cell disease. FDA approval is likely in the coming weeks. Numerous GLP-1 weight loss drugs have proven to be remarkably successful for weight loss through weekly injections. But as more patients are treated, other pleasant side effects have been revealed, including positive impacts on heart disease and reduced alcohol and drug desire. And this class of drugs will be available in pill form in the not-too-distant future. On November 25th, a healthy male Sumatran rhinoceros was born at a western Indonesian sanctuary. There are less than 50 of these rhinos left in the world, according to the World Wildlife Fund and the International Union for Conservation of Nature. And this little guy's dad lives here in America. And finally, it's back. Cursive. Cursive is coming back since young people can't read it. About half the states now have a law or state standard requiring cursive instruction, many of them passed in recent years. Proponents of the resurrection of cursive say learning cursive ensures students can read historical documents like the U.S. Constitution and letters from relatives. But occupational therapists argue it also helps strengthen fine motor skills and aids comprehension for those with dyslexia. As artificial intelligence becomes more popular, some see cursive and handwriting in general will help to authenticate student work. But Arizona State University professor and writing researcher Steve Graham said he finds the laws somewhat bemusing. Quote, "I love Grandma, but Grandma ain't been writing something in cursive to most people for a good while. And how often are you reading the Constitution in its original form?" Unquote. Nice grammar, Professor. Meanwhile, let's move on to happiness. $1.2 million. That's right. The price of happiness, according to 59% of Americans, is $1.2 million. 72% of millennials agree and 67% of Gen Z. Only 17% of participants say financial contentment is about reaching a certain net worth. According to the study, 73% of participants say their well-being is rooted in a sense of security by having a financial plan. Those with a more detailed financial plan are about 3 times likelier to report greater happiness in money matters. Financial planning. It's good for what ails you. Now, this next item can be filed under exiting stage left. Coming to an office near you, Gen Z is expected to overtake baby boomers in the workforce by next year, per a new analysis of census data from Glassdoor. The work world did get used to Gen X ways, which pushed for more work-life balance, and for millennials who brought us job hopping. The survey goes on to say that Gen Z, also known as Zoomers, will have to wait a while before it asserts control. Millennials will dominate the workforce until sometime in the early 2040s, according to Glassdoor's estimates. Now, I'm not a pickleball player, although I do play one on TV. I didn't know that noise complaints are becoming a big problem. Such a problem that has gotten pickleball banned at city parks and by homeowners associations around the country. USA Pickleball has hired acoustic experts to come up with sound barriers and other noise solutions for public pickleball courts, making considerable investments in the issue over the last 15 months. It's also created a quiet category for equipment that delivers essentially 50% or less of the acoustic footprint of equipment commonly sourced and used in community parks. We used to just blast our boomboxes and get in trouble. Well, that's it for this week. I hope your holiday season is off to a great start. Until next time, I'm Hugh Anderson, and this has been an Alternate Hue.